Hi there, this is Izzy. This week I want to do something with my Maxillaria tenuifolia. There's this saying about being able to get 100 orchids from one, and in the vast majority of cases I don't think it's possible. But somehow I think with the Maxillaria tenuifolia, which is otherwise nicknamed hairy, I think we could get pretty close. I don't actually want to get 100 orchids out of my Maxillaria tenuifolia, but I do want to take some cuttings, and it should be pretty easy, so I'll just do that process with you. Now, why do I want to take cuttings? The main reason I want to take cuttings is because I have noticed the Maxillaria tenuifolia is breaking down. Gosh, so many leaves in the way. So it's breaking down at the base. Now, this plant is a very large specimen. As you can see, it takes quite a lot of holding up. And that means that we've got quite a lot of old growth in the bottom here that is building up. Now there's a couple of approaches I could take here. I could split this up and that would enable me to have lots and lots of little plants. But actually I really love my large plant and I kind of want to keep that. And the other thing I can do is I can take cuttings of bulbs, and actually I'm going to go for the cuttings option because as you can see here there are some individual bulbs that are not doing well. These are far thinner than I want them to be. They're very wrinkly, they're very dehydrated, and yet there are others that are doing quite well, that are growing quite long and large bulbs further up in the plant. So the aim here will be to trim out some of the additional bulbs to make extra plants so those bulbs can thrive and grow. So my essential tools for this job are a pair of scissors and a glass with some nicely damped sphagnum moss in the bottom. And I'm just going to go around and take a few bulbs out. First off, let's have that group of bulbs that we looked at earlier that looked quite dehydrated. This one doesn't seem to be doing well as part of the main plant, so I will break it up. Now this set of bulbs in the top can probably be split up further. The main aim will be to leave a couple of bulbs that can grow roots together. Next, I'll look into the higher reaches of this plant to find some groups of bulbs that are sticking up quite a lot compared to the others. And this looks like a good candidate. I want to remove this so that I can make sure the plant stays well rounded. Now, I've got a few cuttings and each one has more than one bulb in general. So there's a pair here, 3, 4 even there. Maybe I'll separate that up slightly more. A couple here. And I could take quite a lot of these off, I reckon, because as you can see, Hairy's overall composition is barely affected. But the main thing I want to do is take a bulb plus a little bit of the underneath sheath and encourage root growth in these, because all of the roots of these plants are actually going underneath these sheaths here. Oh, actually, there's some good examples. Most of the time, the roots travel underneath the sheath there. Occasionally they come out in search of even more moisture. So we want to encourage the growth of these roots down the sheath and out into a medium by using a very, very damp medium like sphagnum moss. So I'm just going to leave these in here to develop roots for several months. And we'll see how they go. If they're particularly fast, then I'll have several new plants in no time at all. So there you have it. I have taken quite a few bulbs off my Maxillaria tenuifolia, haven't affected the overall plant, and still should have several plants after this if these propagated bulbs do well. I'm expecting to see results in a few months, so I'll give you an update then. But for now, that's it from me. I hope you enjoy your own orchids and have something as lush as hairy here in your collection. If you don't, I hope you do soon. And I'll see you again soon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've got any thoughts, pop them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in more videos, just subscribe to the channel. That's it from me. Bye.